The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Beckham! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. David Villa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Villa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Thuram with the clearance. He's going for goal! Sporting have the chop. Bellingham! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Looking for a runner. That's been cut out, well played. Sporting, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Villa. Neymar. Roberto Carlos. And it's Conte. It's Alonso! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham, the regular corner taker. Thuram can get it clear. Alonso. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now that looks a decent... Tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Luis Suarez. And it's made its way to him. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good ball! David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And reclaimed it in a trice. Looking for options for movement. Goes for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Messi. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Cruyff. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. Lahm. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. Here we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
David Villa was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Knocks it into space. Threads one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And here's the chance to counter. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And it's Cruyff. Decent chance! He's gone for goal. Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Beckham. David Villa.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That's a cute ball. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that has been clubbed away. Beckham. And that could set him on his way. Chance, surely! Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by... Beckham! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Roberto Carlos.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And they're quick to get it back. Played out to the left flank.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
And it's Lahm. And he's intervened well there. Ball's gone out of play. Messi. And that's played in low.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Beckham.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that is that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. So that's got things underway. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? Messi, Luis Suarez, brilliantly cut out. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Messi, well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. David Villa, Messi, he's away! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Messi just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now a sudden chance to counter. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Luis Suarez. Haaland. And he's gone looking for safety. Sporting are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Costa Curta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Shifted upfield. Messi. Davids. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Vieira. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And that's a throw-in. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's fabulous. Haaland. Not the most accurate pass. Oh no, this does not look good. That has been cut short. Azar. And it's Azar. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Can he finish? Marvellous goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks.
And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's been cut out, well played. Cannavaro robs him of possession. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Pedri. And the counter is on. Now it's Hazard. He has found the way through. Oh, that shot, surely! Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. David Villa. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Pass somewhat off target. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That's a little off target. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he finish? It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Luis Suarez picked out brilliantly.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that will be it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very... Sporting are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. The scenery unmistakable, the atmosphere unbeatable, the noise irrepressible. Old Trafford again delivers. So off we go then. Tries to pass it through. Back into the middle, brilliantly cut out. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he get on the end of this? Suarez gets into a good position. Aimed beyond the defence, delivered in. And he's cleared it back out. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who, to me, is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Luis Suarez. Chance! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Mbappe, Messi. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was...
Shot, surely! Goal, Brazil! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Foden.
Sporting are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Haaland! Magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to...
Chance for a shot! Goal, Brazil! And they're back in front. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Brazil go into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Haaland. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mbappe. And there's the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Sporting can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
So what can they make of this? And he's intervened well there. Foden. Looking for the run. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can they get him away? And he gets rid in a hurry. Tries a shot! Decent enough try.
Suarez certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Nicely weighted ball. Looking to play him in. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Messi. And it's Neymar. Ødegaard. Oh, some tackle that. Luis Suarez. Foden delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. Tries from distance. And that would have been game, set and match.
Beckenbauer really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
And we have our very first corner.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, that has not gone well. And this is Luis Suarez. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Plays it across.
Sporting really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Looking for option. Luis Suarez! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Suarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Time added on. And time is up. Sporting can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all.